Hello and welcome to the Edinburgh Science Festival. In this workshop today, you'll join our team to design, build and test your very own land yachts, finding out about forces and how they work along the way. We hope you have lots of fun and enjoy your time with us at the festival.
Hello everybody, my name is Simon and I'm the boss here at Edinburgh Science Studios. Here we make amazing designs to solve the world's toughest scientific problems, like how can I make my potatoes silky smooth, or how can I make glasses that make homework disappear? Woo! It's gone! Our designers have been working hard to create machines for our next big project, the fantastic annual Race for Transport in Scotland, or FARTS for short. This year for the competition, we need to create a vehicle that is half boat and half car, like a weird boat-car baby. We want something that uses the wind to move, like a boat does on water, but something that has wheels, like a car does on land. Ours will be the fastest machine, and we will live up to our reputation of being the best designers in Scotland! But unfortunately, we've run out of ideas. And that's why today you will help us by designing and building your own fast machine. To warm up your brains, your first task is to draw a design sketch on the paper in front of you. Imagine what a half boat, half car would look like and how it could move. There are no wrong answers here, so get all your thoughts down on paper. Being creative now will really help you when we start building. When you're finished, you can watch the next video. And good luck, we're depending on you. We really are. Hello my wee pals, I'm Joshua, the Senior Designer at Edinburgh Science Studios. I am here to help, so whether you're a professional or you don't know the difference between a pencil and a spoon like Andrew here,
I just stirred my tea with a pencil.
We are very happy to have you. Today you're going to help us design a land yacht. Land yachts are basically boats on wheels, or yachts that sail on the land. Let's take a look at one. Andrew, roll the tape. They are pretty awesome. But before we build one, we need to know how to design one. To be a good designer, you need to enjoy solving problems. For example, at the office, we could never make our mashed potatoes silky smooth. So we designed this, the Pro-tato Masher. And now, we can. So silky smooth. When we design a land yacht, the problem we have to solve is how to move quickly on land using the wind. And to do this, we need specific parts. On every land yacht, there's a sail to catch the wind, wheels that let it run along the ground, and a body to attach them to. You may already have used some of these parts in your own sketch. Imagine we build a car to drive us to work every day. Which material would we choose to make it? Is it A, concrete, B, metal, C, glass, or D, cheese? What do you think and why do you think it? You can pause now if you want some more time. It's B, metal. Metal is strong enough to keep us safe when we're driving, but light enough that we can move quickly. concrete would be really heavy, and glass would break whenever we hit a bump in the road. And cheese, well, that would just be crackers. Get it? The last thing to know is that designers are always testing and redesigning their machines. The first potato masher had holes that were too big. The second, a handle that was too small. We actually made 4 or 5 designs before we got it like this, just right. So, as designers, we solve problems. We pick the right materials and then we test, test, test. Today, you are going to build a model land yacht, like this, to help us find a winning design for the big competition. Then you're going to test and redesign it to try and make it as fast as possible. Your first task is to pick a body for your land yacht. Don't worry, remember, you can change it later. Write down why you think we've picked it to be this spongy material. And if you can think of a better material, you can write that down too. When you're done that, share your thoughts with your group. Good luck. Hello again, pals. I hope you've built some amazingly fast land yachts already, but just in case you haven't got off the starting line yet, we wanted to share some common problems and what you can do to fix them. So, first up, if you find your land yacht is wiggling around all the time, it's probably because you need to take your strings here and attach the sail more firmly to the body. And I'll just do that using some sticky tape. Secondly, if your wheels are turning slowly, check your axles. There might be too much friction there in between. The way to reduce this is to take your axle and put it in a paper straw, and then it should spin far more easily. And finally, if you find that the body is dragging along the ground, creating more friction, you just need to lift it off by changing the position of the wheels. Hey, but overall, don't worry and be creative. Keep testing, designing, and trying something new. Good luck, everyone. Hi, I'm Davey, and I'm an engineer here at ESS. I hear you're helping us to build land yachts for the TOOTS competition.
It's FARTS.
Where? I don't smell anything. In order to make your yachts move, you need to understand how to use the Force. Not some magical Jedi Force though, real forces. It's time for some Force facts. Fact 1. Forces are pushes and pulls. Let's look at the force of gravity. When you hold an object up and then let it go, what happens? Ouch. It fell because the force of gravity pulls it to Earth. But forces can also push. Do you see this ball on the top here? I'm going to push it using this, the fire tube. All right, let's go. Mega! When I pushed this button, I started an explosion. The force of the explosion pushed on the ball, and the ball flew off the end of the tube. When you build your land yacht, you will also need a push force. You are going to use the wind to push your yacht to the finishing line. Groovy. Fact 2. Forces can be balanced or unbalanced. When you lie on the ground, the force of gravity is pulling you down, but the force of the floor is pushing you back up. These forces are balanced, so you don't move anywhere. But if you start pushing into the floor, the force pushing you up is greater than the force pulling you down. These forces are unbalanced, and so you start to move. Like this. To make something speed up or slow down, forces need to be unbalanced. When you make your land yacht, the force pushing it forward needs to be larger than the forces pulling it back. Fact 3. Shape matters. It's activity time, and I'm going to see how far I can throw this sheet of paper across the room. Yeah, rubbish. There is a way, though, that we can change the shape of the paper to make it fly further. We are going to make a paper aeroplane. Now, if you know how to make one already, then great, make your own design. If you don't, then you can use these instructions in your kit. When you're done, whoever's in charge will lead you to a testing space. Then you can give the planes a push force to make them fly across the room. Do not test them outside the testing zone. When you're done, try and work out why a paper aeroplane flies much better than the sheet of paper that it's made from. The answers will be in the next video. My name is Graham, and I am Senior Smoothness Operator at Edinburgh Science Studios. Welcome to the friction facility. What is friction, you ask?
What is friction?
We must meditate on the answer.
Graham, this video is only 3 minutes long.
Right, well, we'd better get moving then. What is friction?
What is... Oh, no, sorry, we did that bit.
Like drag, friction is a force that slows you down. It happens when two surfaces rub against each other. Try rubbing your hands together. Now rub them together really quickly. The heat you can feel is being made by friction. Andrew, props! This is a hovercraft. And when I slide it across the table, the two surfaces rub together and friction makes it slow down quickly. Not so smooth. But when I add a balloon, I create some space between the table and the hovercraft, and it should move better. As the two surfaces rub together less than before, there is less friction and the hovercraft slides more smoothly. Friction is another force that slows down the land yacht. There's friction between the wheels and the racetrack and between the axle and the body. If you can free it from friction and smooth out the surfaces, your land yacht will move quicker than before. Now you're ready to add your wheels. And now you're going to choose a wheel, attach it to your axle, and use a grommet to fix it in place. Then you'll end up with something that looks like this. Next, you're going to take a paper straw, use it to cover the axle so that the whole thing spins more smoothly. Remember, today we're going to use 4 wheels to make the whole thing more stable. Now you've completed a first design, you can test in the testing area. To do that, place your yacht in front of a fan, turn on the fan and see what happens. Don't worry if it doesn't work the first time. Remember the potato masher. It took loads of designs to get it right. After testing, you can go back to your design station and tweak your designs. Happy designing, and remember, keep it smooth. Oh, so windy, can hardly move.
Stop it.
All right. Fact 4. Some forces slow you down. Walking in the wind is difficult because of a force called drag. You see, the air is made up of loads of tiny wee particles. When we move, these pesky particles bump into us and slow us down. This is the force called drag. It's hard to feel it on a normal day, but when it's windy, walking quickly can be really hard. When we threw the sheet, loads of air particles hit it and caused lots of drag, and that's why it didn't move far. But when we folded the paper into a plane, We changed the shape, reduced the drag, and it flew further. And this is because the planes were streamlined. Now, if an object is streamlined, it means it cuts through the air, and the air particles pass over it more smoothly. When you build your land yacht, you need to think about all of these forces. The push force going this way needs to be larger than the drag force pulling it back this way. And one of the ways of doing this is to make our sails more streamlined. Let's look at some real boats to see how. The sails here aren't pointy like on the aeroplane, but they are very curvy, and the curved shape allows the air to pass over them smoothly. Now this might be a good place to start. So let's get building. Choose your sail and use your mast to attach it to the body. You can do this with pins, string, rubber bands, sellotape and scissors. Remember, you can change your design later, so good luck. I hope you've all enjoyed your time with Edinburgh Science Studios. We really appreciate you helping us with the designs for the competition. If you think you've got a winner, your teacher or demonstrator can take a photo and then send it to us here at the offices. We cannot wait to see them and blow the rest of the FARTS competitors out of the water. So thanks from everyone here. We hope to see you again in person soon. Goodbye! Say goodbye, Andrew.
Goodbye, Andrew.